Namaste, this is Maulya from Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering, 6th from the Department of Artificial Intelligence. Today I am going to present about the topic the changing business environment, which comes under the subject business intelligence. In this presentation, I am going to introduce about the environmental changes, key drivers of change, strategies for adaptation, future outlooks. So this business environment, it encompasses all the external factors that influence a company's operation, including economic, technological, social and regulatory elements. So why this understanding the business environment is very crucial. It's for adaptation, risk management, opportunity identification and strategic planning. So this adaptation is for business must continuously adapt to remain competitive and sustainable. The risk management is useful for identifying and mitigating the potential risk in an early stage. Opportunity identification is for recognizing new opportunities for growth and innovation in both personal and professional aspects. Moving on to the strategic planning, formulating effective strategies based on the current trends. So here are the key drivers of change, that is a technological advancement and globalization. So this technological advantage, it involves a digital transformation that encompass of AI, machine learning and Internet of Things, automation and robotics, enhancing the efficiency and reducing the cost, e-commerce and online marketplaces, that is expanding the reach and accessibility, data analytics and big data, that is improving the decision making and personalization of the material. Moving on to the globalization, the international trade agreement is important, global supply chains, cross border investment and cultural and market diversification. So international trade agreement, it's like opening a new markets, and the global supply chains is increasing the interconnectivity between the two places and the two productions, and the cross border investment is fostering innovations and growth. Cultural and market diversification is for adopting the products and services to different regions. So here are some more key drivers for change, that is a regulatory changes and social trends, environmental regulations, that is compiling with sustainability standards, data privacy, protecting the consumer's data, which is very important, trade policies and traffics, that is adjusting the new trade barriers, and the labor laws and workforce police, that is ensuring the fair practices and compliance to avoid illegal activities. So moving on to the social trends, the demographic change, the consumer behavior shifts, sustainability and corporate social responsibility, remote work and GIG economy, it is a part of a social trends. These economic shifts includes emerging market growth, economic downturns and recoveries, shifts in consumer spending, and inflation and currency fluctuating. Next, the visual and design tips. The visual elements use icons or images to represent each drives of changes. It includes a flow chart which is very easy to explain visually. And moving on to the design tips, it uses a consistent color scheme that aligns with all overall presentation design. Break down the content into bullet points so that every point can be easily reach the listeners, and the including brief examples or statistics to make points more reliable. So moving on to the strategies for adaptation, we come across the agility and flexibility, which includes the adaptive leadership, agile methodologies, and flexible business models. Next comes the risk management. It contributes in the proactive risk assessment, crisis management plans, and diversifications. And next comes the investment in technology, which includes digital transformation and automation and cyber security. And this adaptive leadership is for encouraging leaders to be responsive towards the group. Agile methodology is for implementing the agile practices in project management to respond quickly to the market changes as the consumer demands the more changes according to their requirements. Then flexible business models is for developing adaptable business models that can shift with changing conditions. So proactive risk assessment is for regularly assessing and mitigating the potential risk, and developing and maintaining the crisis management plans is the role of a crisis management plans. Diversification is like diversifying products, services and markets to reduce the dependency. So moving on to the investment in technology, we have listed out the digital transformation, which is for continuously updating and integrating the new technologies according to the consumer needs. Automation is for investing in automation to improve efficiency and reduce the cost. Cyber security is for strengthening the security, which is to protect the data of the consumer and to maintain the trust. Now let us take a look at the future outlooks of this environmental changes, that is emerging technologies, that artificial intelligence and machine learning, which are future capabilities is enhanced predictive analytics, more advanced automations, impact on job, shift in workforce needed, and creation of new technology based roles. Blockchain or cryptocurrencies, decentralized finance, that is potential for new financial system, supply chain management, increase the transparency and security. Quantum computing, computing power and application, it comes under the quantum computing, which means solving the complex problems by dividing the problem statements, and applications are drug recovery, complex stimulation and cryptography. Next, moving on to the sustainability trends, the green technologies, circular economy and regulative pressures, it comes under the sustainability trends. In green technology, we come across the renewable energy and the energy storage. In circular economy, we come across the waste reduction and sustainable products. In the regulatory pressures, we come across the carbon emission through vehicles or industries, and environmental standards. So we can come across the potential economic scenarios, that is a global economic shift, monetary policies and trade dynamics. Let us take a look at this global economic shifts, that is the emerging markets, continued growth in Asia, Africa and Latin America. Economic polarization means a deep disparities between the developed and developing economics. And moving on to the monetary policies, that is interest rates and inflation. Moving on to the trade dynamics, we come across the trade agreement, that is evolution of trade agreements and potential new alliances. Supply chain reliance, that is strategies to cope up with the disruptions. Next, moving on to the ongoing globalization impacts, we come across the remote work, cross-border collaboration and geopolitical factors. This remote work, in remote work, we see the permanent shifts and the global talent pool, which means the increase in the remote and the hybrid work models, that is in online and offline work models, and global talent pool, access to the wider talent pool across the borders. Cross-border collaboration, that is innovation and cultural exchange for enhanced collaboration on research and development, and greater cultural exchange and diversity in the workplaces. Next comes the geopolitical factors, that is trade wars, ongoing emerging trade conflicts and regulatory harmony. So now let's summarize what we have discussed in this presentation, that is drivers of change. In drivers of change, we have discussed about the technological advancements, globalization and economic shifts, regulatory changes and societal trends. Next, we have discussed this environment change impact on the business, that is highlight how these changes affect business operations, strategies and competitiveness. Next, moving on to the adaptation strategies, that is how environment adapt itself to the changes. We have summarized the strategies for adopting of these changes. We have include agility, investment in technology, employee training, customer centric approach, sustainability and risk management. We have also discussed about the future outlooks of how we can predict the future advancement of these change in the environment, that is a review of the key trends and the future scenario discussed, such as emerging technology, sustainability trends, economic scenario, and globalization impacts. Thank you for listening. Please do like the video. Thank you.